We're here on a beautiful day in Gordonsville, Virginia for the annual Fried Chicken Festival. I have Debbie Kendall, she's the town manager, with us here today. Thanks, Debbie, for stopping by and talking to us.
And thank you so much for being here today. It's a pleasure.
You're welcome. Tell us about the festival and kind of some of the events that are going on and what the festival is actually celebrating.
Absolutely. You know, at the turn of the century, Gordonsville became known for its famous fried chicken. There were ladies in the community who visited our stop trains that stopped in the community and brought platters of fried chicken to feed the train passengers. And we became known as the fried chicken capital of the universe. So the Fried Chicken Festival today is a celebration of that heritage of the town, and we're so excited to have it here at the Volunteer Fire Company Fairgrounds. It's a beautiful venue, and as you can see, a lot of people are here today, and we were able to really spread out, and we have a lot of vendors here to share the festivities with us today.
Yeah, nice. As I understand it, up until about the 1930s, Gordonsville was actually a major train junction in Virginia.
It was, and then there was a spur that was built from Barboursville to Orange, and that slowed things down a little bit for Gordonsville because then trains were able to travel from Charlottesville directly to Orange without having to come through Gordonsville.
Oh yeah, and so, but before that time, there were anyone that wanted to travel from west or north, south through Virginia, they would eventually stop at Gordonsville.
They came through town, and if they got to stop, they got to have some delicious fried chicken.
And that's how the Gordonsville fried chicken gained its reputation, right? All these folks would come from different places, and they'd go back home and brag about this delicious, incredible fried chicken, and they write about it in newspapers, and so yeah, that's awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a great thing, and it's really great to see you folks preserving that heritage, right? And so we're looking forward to going out and talking to some of these folks, and maybe even trying some of that chicken.
I hope you enjoy it, because I know I will.
Okay, great. Thank you much, Debbie.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. We're here with Donald Payne. Donald is the author of A Legacy of Rural Virginia. He also happens to be an expert on the history of the waiter carriers, or the chicken vendors that used to cook and serve this delicious chicken and pies and biscuits to the weary train travelers as they came through Gordonsville. Don, tell us about the history of the ladies and how they got their start in this, and kind of what they were able to accomplish in a time when African American and women, on top of that, were not exactly the typical kind of person that you would think of that could be such a great success, a business success, as they were.
Well, I'm no expert by any means, but I do believe it started back in the mid-1800s. The trains traveling through Gordonsville would stop at the Exchange Hotel, and there weren't any food services on the train itself, and probably at that time limited services, food services in Gordonsville. And so these women, from out of the blue, came up with the idea of promoting their famous fried chicken. And they would walk along the outside of the train with the chicken on their platters and fried apple pies, and the people would roll down a window and say, "I'd like a chicken leg, I'd like a thigh," and they would sell the chicken that way. As the time progressed, probably early 1900s, the trains began to adding food services, actually food cars, and so it slowly put the women out of business. But they were truly entrepreneurs, Afro-American, visionary Americans for one, women number two.
That's right. They had
and it didn't totally end. A couple of the girls learned from their mothers the recipes and the way the chicken was cooked, and I think it was two of them that actually opened restaurants, fried chicken restaurants here in Gordonsville, and they slowly went by the wayside over the years. I couldn't confirm this, but I do believe it's probably true. I understand that one of the families still has a patent on their fried chicken recipe.
That's amazing.
And I talked to the town manager a little bit earlier, and she was talking about that. I think in a recent decade, perhaps one black family started the fried chicken business again in a restaurant, but didn't make it. They went to Orange and tried it there, and it didn't work there. And she had hopes that maybe someday somebody would reopen a fried chicken restaurant here in Gordonsville.
Yeah.
I think it would be quite a success. I actually do.
It would be amazing. Yeah. I actually had the privilege of eating some of the fried chicken that was cooked by that family about a year ago, and I'm telling you, it is absolutely amazing. The seasoning was, I wasn't expecting it, because it was perfectly seasoned. It wasn't over seasoned in any way. It was just gently and perfectly seasoned. Tell me, what do you think as far as when the folks that were riding on the trains back in the early days, right, 1850s to 1900, 1920s? I would imagine that with those trains being coal-fed, that after a long ride on one of those trains on a hot day with the windows down, they were probably ready for something to eat and something to drink by the time they got here at Gordonsville.
I imagine so, and I say it started mid-1800s, maybe even after the Civil War. I'm not quite sure, and I didn't pin that point down. But the Exchange Hotel was converted into a hospital, and mostly Southern soldiers were brought to the hospital, but there were also lots of Northern soldiers. And there's quite a large number of those soldiers that died there are in fact buried on the Exchange Hotel grounds. And and eventually, I imagine after the Civil War, probably converted back into a hotel. But there was quite a long period of time, I'm led to believe, that these women in fact did sell their famous fried chicken. And I don't guess they gave you the recipe, did they?
They would not share the recipe. No, that's a fact. They're very proud of it, and they should be.
It should be.
And I'll tell you, the heritage of that fried chicken, because that fried chicken was nationally known, and even decades after they stopped selling, right, Gordonsville was still known as the fried chicken capital of the universe. What other factors, besides the fact that they changed the way they run the trains, what other factors you think might have impacted the ladies' business and made it more difficult for them to sustain it?
Well, this may not be politically correct, and I was the town managers here have been very interested in reading the story. And matter of fact, I'm going to donate one of my books to them to put in their visitor center. Also, there was a food tariff that the city council came along with. And I know they don't want to hear this, but there was actually a food tariff, and I think a pretty high tariff. And that and the slower business finally just drove the women through an evolutionary process, I think, out of business. I don't believe it was just cold off, no more chicken. But over time, it just sort of drove. But the tariff was a big factor on it, too.
Do you think that the city council raised that tariff because they saw the success that those ladies were having, and they said, we ought to get a piece of that pie?
I do believe. I absolutely do believe. I'm sure it was quite lucrative from a money standpoint, and probably somebody on town council said, hey, we need a little piece of this. We need to get some of this money out of this. Yes. So, in fact, it was a food sales tax, I suppose.
I read one time that one of the ladies said that the chicken built her house. Have you read any of that?
I didn't, but I would not doubt that. I imagine that's very much possible.
Definitely. Well, I'll tell you what, Don, we appreciate you taking the time to talk to us a little bit about the chicken vendors. You also, besides this great book, A Legacy of Rural Virginia, you also have some other books. Tell us about those. Yeah,
I've written a book. A Legacy of Rural Virginia Book 1 was my first book, then A Legacy of Rural Virginia Book 2. These are all non-fictional, and I put this book, Hard Times and Good Times, out in 2013, and this was my first fictional book, The Storytellers. They're all historically based, but they're not meant to be history books. They're actually, I interview elderly people, borrow their old family photographs, and retell their stories. And quite a few of those people, I've probably got 46 hours of audio tape, and many of those people that I interviewed are now deceased. And when they die, their stories generally will go with them. So, and I've already got a 5th book will be coming out soon, and a 6th and a 7th book in the planning stages.
Wow.
So.
Well, that's amazing. And I'm definitely going to be picking up a couple of your books, and I'm really looking forward to them. And I appreciate people that write the kind of things that you're writing about, because I feel that these kinds of things are extremely important. I think that I don't like living in the past, but I believe the past can help us live better in the future. And I appreciate what you're doing. Thank you very much, Don.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm here with Emily Winke, the Vice Mayor of the town of Gordonsville, and also Pete Zahn, who is a councilman. Emily, tell us about the Chicken Festival. And, you got a beautiful day here for it, absolutely. And the chicken and the smells in the air is just absolutely incredible. Tell us a little bit about it.
Okay, I just want to let everyone know this is an annual event. We are so excited that every third Saturday in May is when we will be having this wonderful fried chicken. Okay, we have different vendors here promoting the chicken. We have everybody's special recipe. Everybody don't cook that fried chicken the same. So I just want everyone to come on out and support it. We are excited because this is something that we started maybe in 2004, and we did it for 2 years, and then we weren't able to continue with it. But now it's an annual event. So we are just so excited that we're able to promote it and encourage everyone to come out and enjoy a beautiful day here in the town of Gordonsville.
Great, thank you.
Okay?
You're right. It is a beautiful day. Pete, tell us about the festival.
Well, it's been going on for a number of years. As Emily mentioned, there's a number of different vendors. Everybody's got their own recipe. Some of the folks that have been making chicken here are the same folks that were doing it 100, 150 years ago when the trains came through and the folks sold the chicken to the folks on the train. And so that's been going on a long time. The weather is absolutely gorgeous today. If you didn't come out, you're missing it. It's a great event to bring the family. It's safe, it's clean, and it's not fast food. This is the real deal. So it's a great place to be.
Great. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm here with Lisa and Jonathan, who just so happen to be newlyweds. Congratulations, folks.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Listen, is this the first time you guys have come to the Chicken Festival?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think of it? Do you think you got a beautiful day and some delicious chicken out here?
This is so nice. Yeah, no, I love the music and the youth group was performing, which is just enough music to keep the energy level really up while we eat some really good chicken. Crowd is friendly. Couldn't ask for more.
I like the way you think.
Yeah.
I like a good show like that.
Me
when I
too.
meet- yeah, definitely. So Jonathan, tell us, how do you like your chicken?
Very good, very good. We did a little tag team action. Lisa went down to the booth down the way a little bit, and I went right here. And we want to sample, make sure we sample all the different kinds of chicken here. So.
Awesome. It all looks absolutely delicious.
Yes.
Which one's your favorite?
I think they're very close, but I think we like the one down there
One back that
a
way?
little bit better.
Did not get its name.
I think it was the barbecue exchange.
Ah, okay. Yeah, we're going to be talking to those folks.
We do like that. A little juicier,
Really?
a little bit more kick in it. So.
But they're
Nice.
very close.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with any of it, right?
exactly. Yeah.
You guys are drinking something called Bold Rock Hard Cider. Tell us about that.
Well, I went to get some cider. I was gonna get a bottle for me and a bottle for Lisa, and they used some trickeration on us. They said 2 bottles will be $8, but 6 bottles will be $10. So we're getting this great deal. So I had to get 6.
Yeah.
So they got 3 different kinds. They got a pear. They have the Virginia Draft.
Yeah.
And then what Lisa's drinking, the Virginia Apple.
Sweet.
Really
So I got
good.
2 each just to get a nice balance and refreshing, crisp for a hot day. So it's
Yeah,
good.
this is great. And this company, I believe, comes out of the Blue Ridge area of Virginia.
I think they're in Nelson,
Nice.
Nelson County, down near Wintergreen.
Yeah, that's great.
But they're doing a great job. So I will take this back to my video blog, which I have myself. It's called Affordable Real Estate Investments. So I let all the ladies know because they're getting into real estate now too. Yeah, this is a nice blend, this Virginia apple. I can't say more about it. You know, it's really good for the ladies. I think our taste buds are a little different.
We're here with the Olenforth and Bailey families. Folks, what do y'all think of the chicken?
Awesome.
Great. Where'd you guys come up from to come here today?
Well, I came from Idaho. My wife came from Idaho, but she's not at the table.
We're originally from Louisiana, but we live out in Fredericksburg.
Great. So what do y'all think of the chicken? Is it, have you tried the different ones, or have you just tried one so far?
We just tried the one back behind us.
It's good?
Yeah, it's
good.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about it?
Right here.
It tastes good.
Tastes good. How well is it spiced? Is it got a kick or is it?
No, it's kind of a phenomenal spice, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, I don't find it has a kick to it, but it's got a good flavor.
Does? Great. So what piece of chicken are you finishing up there?
A thigh.
I see they have cornbread and greens here as well.
Yeah.
Is that's something y'all are used to eating out in Idaho?
No, we eat potatoes in Idaho.
All right, great. All right, folks, well, I appreciate it very much. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and we're looking forward to getting around and talking to some more folks. As you can see, there are a lot of people out here today, and this is just one of the chicken vendors. This whole section back here, from this end on down through that end, there are people that are selling the most delicious fried chicken that you've ever, that I can imagine. I tell you what, the chicken here will make you go, Kentucky who? I mean, that's how good it is. It's absolutely delicious. Now you can see here we have a whole lot of people. This is just for this one vendor. We have folks here as far away from Gordonsville, Virginia, as Florida, and they come here just because they want to enjoy this incredibly delicious fried chicken. So as you can see, the weather's good. There's this delicious ice cold cider made right here in Virginia, hard cider as well that's available. There's fried chicken, they've got cornbread, they've got greens, they got potatoes, they have all the fixings, they have baked beans. So anyway, it's a great time. Everybody's enjoying themselves. We got some good music going on in the back, and the kids are over here having a good old time. I kind of feel like Lawrence Welk right now. It's a really big show here in the Gordonsville, Virginia, with the bubbles floating by. Okay, we're here with Milton Vasquez. Milton is with an organization known as Taste of Hope. And Taste of Hope reaches out to help folks that are in need in the community. And today, as you can see, they are selling some absolutely delicious fried chicken, and all of the proceeds that they collect today will go towards a very good cause. Tell us about Taste of Hope.
Well, we're trying to help those homeless people that are, of course, they have no homes, and they, sometimes it's sad to say, you see them in line with little kids, trying to make it into the shelter for overnight. And at least if we can provide a hot meal for them out of nowhere, that will be a great blessing for them and their family.
Yeah,
so that's our goal, to be able to provide something that they will need.
Great, great. Who does the cooking here for the chicken cooking today?
The cooking here today is George Ramirez. Actually, it's my brother-in-law.
Oh, great.
And pretty much it's a family involvement. I myself, my wife, Lena Vasquez, and our nephews.
Okay, great. So Milton, as I take it, you folks, this is a fairly new organization, and you're growing it from the ground up. You've been working with some churches, and right now you're focusing on the local area, but you have plans for expanding and growing the organization to as much area, obviously, I think, that you can reach, right?
Yes, you are correct. Today is our first time to be out here. Again, we have helped people through the Church Assembly of God in Orange, through fun days, trying to give backpacks to the children that are in need. And also, well, we are here today to see if we can expand.
Yeah.
Not if, but we are going to expand to help those in need, food, and if there is more, we'll do it.
Yeah, great. Milton, I appreciate it. It's great work you guys are doing. And the chicken smells absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
And maybe we'll get a taste before the day is over.
Yes, get a taste of hope.
Okay, will do. Thank you.
God bless you.
Okay, I have here a couple of chicken legs from Taste of Hope. Look at the size of that chicken leg. That has got to be, if Fred Flintstone ate chicken, that's the kind of chicken leg that he would be eating. Look at the color on that chicken. It's absolutely perfectly brown. The smell, you know, there's no way that I can transfer that to you, but it's absolutely amazing. So we're going to take a sneak a taste here, and I'll let you know what I think. You're supposed to eat fried chicken with your fingers, by the way. I don't know how you people up north do it, but that's how we do it down here. Wow. All right. First thing you get a little bit of crispiness from that delicious crust. And then the meat, I don't know if you can see it, but the meat is just absolutely juicy. It's not overcooked. The seasoning highlights the chicken very well. It's not over seasoned like my chicken often is. Perfectly salted. Let's try on the other side. Wow, that was a good bite. It's absolutely delicious. My compliments to the chef. Oh, how's it going? Welcome back. We are at Rita's Italian Ice, and I have with us here Ed Black and Amanda Driscoll. Ed, this thing is awesome. Now, what time? I don't know. About time it is now. I'm standing out in the sun. If I was moving around, it'd be a little better. Ed, of course, and Amanda, they're sitting back here, you know, taking it easy, eating these things, you know, in the shade. But this thing really is hitting the spot right now. I got the watermelon, and it's absolutely delicious. And I hear that it has real watermelon in it. Is that correct?
Yeah, we slice it,
I'm going to scooch on over. All righty. Anyway, tell us about it, Ed.
Yeah, well, I wait till the watermelons are in season. I chest them first. Then we bring them to the store, we put them in the cooler, we let them cool up a bit, and I cut them up, chunk them up, and we put them in the mix, put them in the machine.
And you're doing all that work yourself. What does Amanda do for you here?
She's my main ace that runs the store. I'm more of the back scenes guy,
yeah,
but she runs the store day to day.
Well, besides the Gordonsville Fried Chicken Festival, where could we find you guys?
We're at Levels Road in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
What?
Yep.
Get out of here.
Yep. Right across the street from Battlefield Schools. And also we have stores inside King's Dominion. So if you're visiting the park, if you're visiting King's Dominion, I have 2 stores in the park.
Awesome. Beautiful. Well, Ed, this is absolutely delicious.
Enjoy.
I wish I could try all of them, but I got a lot of chicken to eat. So
just don't eat it too fast. You'll get a brain freeze pretty quick.
Brain freeze. All right, great. Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, guys.
Amanda, thank you much. Appreciate it.
All eternity. Here's little Patty Lovers for you, thank you.
All right, if this doesn't get you moving, I don't know what will. The right time, the right place, the right body, the right place. September, I'm falling in love. Started slow, it's coming fast. I got a feeling it's gonna last. September, I'm falling in love. It's so pretty, looks so sweet. Oh, love's sweeping me off of my feet. You're the only one I'm dreaming of. I can't believe that I'm falling in love. With you in my heart, September, I'm falling in love. Play it, Mike. It's so pretty.
I'm here with Greg Hartman, and one thing I want you to know about Gordonsville, besides being the fried chicken capital of the universe, there's one of the finest barbecue restaurants, frankly, in the country, right down the road from me here, right over on the other side of the train tracks, very near where the Gordonsville chicken vendors used to sell their chicken, called the Barbecue Exchange. And Craig Hartman, he is the owner and chief pitmaster of that particular establishment, and I'm hoping to get over there before the day's over with. Craig, tell us, you're out here obviously selling fried chicken. I hear that this chicken is actually cooked the way it's supposed to be cooked.
It really is.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about your chicken?
Well, you know, being the owner of the Barbecue Exchange, where we cook a lot of pigs, we like cooking our fried chicken in lard.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so we have the lard in the deep fryers, frying that chicken. But basically, you know, the lard has really beautiful flavor. You know, back in the day, they used to use lard instead of Crisco and everything. Chocolate cakes,
Yep.
you know, pies, whatnot, pie crusts. And so it's kind of a revitalization of bringing old back to new. But the flavor's fantastic on this chicken with the lard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah.
There's no question about it.
Yeah.
So tell us, the Barbecue Exchange, how long has that been there? And I know it's very successful, but tell us a little bit about that and what kind of offerings you have.
Sure thing.
And also, I hear that you have been selected as one of the top 100 restaurants in the country, barbecue restaurants
yeah,
in
we
the
were.
country.
We were just included in a book, Top 100 Barbecue Restaurants in America. And, you know, there are many, many unbelievable barbecue restaurants in this country. So just being mentioned as that really makes us happy. But, you know, we work hard. Barbecue is it's a labor of love. It takes hours and hours. You know, a hamburger.
Takes passion.
A hamburger you can make in 15 minutes from the beginning to the end, but our barbecue takes about 36 hours from the beginning to put it on a bun.
Wow.
So, you know, we do everything old school on green hickory.
Nice.
You know, Virginia was very famous for, you know, smoking on hickory.
Yep.
And so, you know, ours is really kind of, we're trying to come up with this Virginia style back of the old salt-cured meat being smoked. So we're real excited about that. And I'll tell you, to be in Gordonsville, which is really famous for its fried chicken back in the late 1800s, we do fried chicken at our anniversary party, which we call Porkapalooza. And then we do chicken for the Fried Chicken Festival, the 2 times a year.
Nice.
And we have a lot of loyal people who love our chicken. We're real excited about it. And we're just, you know, we're thankful to be in a town as cool as Gordonsville.
Yeah, it is.
Serving really old school, old world barbecue, and then twice a year doing our lard fried chicken. That's a happy thing.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I tell you, I noticed I've been getting quite the nose full from that chicken. I'm looking forward to trying it here shortly. But tell me something. A lot of people are afraid to cook fried chicken. Or they cook it and it doesn't turn out the way they think it should. You got any tips for us so you can tell us what we can do to improve the way we fry it?
I grew up in a household where we had a small hotel in Ocean City, Maryland, and the ladies used to fry chicken there all the time. And one of the main things was not too much of the coating on the outside of the chicken, you know, to dredge your chicken and whatever your coating is. Not to bread it like the standard breading procedure tells you to take, you know, your eggs and your milk and your flour and your breadcrumbs, but really just making a very nice coating, whether it's your cornbread or your flour, and some people use rice flour, some people put a little cornstarch in there, along with all your herbs and everything, but allowing that to just go on that chicken and then kind of knocking it off to allow all of that dryness to come off, and then frying your chicken. So not to overcoat your chicken, first of all, which just ends up falling off and burning your grease, up. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is to don't have your deep fryer or your pan, you know, a nice cast iron pan with some fat, not too hot. You don't have to turn that thing on high. It could be as low as 300 degrees.
Wow.
And allow that chicken to cook so that the longer you can let that chicken inside cook all the way to the bone, and at the same time not burn the outside, but let that skin become really crisp, those are your 2 things. Not too much coating. Don't think you have to cook it at so high of a level. and you'll come up with a chicken that's fantastic. And then, you know, throw all kinds of cool ingredients in there. You know, I've had people from Trinidad that, you know, put vinegar and soy sauce and chilies in their marinade. I have other people who don't do anything but just season the outside, you know. So feel free to just try anything with your
Nice.
fried chicken. We
Cool.
brought ghost pepper honey today. So you put that on the chicken. It's nice and sweet.
Yeah.
Gives a little kick.
Oh, I
really
bet.
nice. Yeah. Yeah. So that's I think a good tip for people.
Great, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Craig.
Hey,
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming to find us today.
You're
Hey,
welcome.
make sure you taste our chicken and enjoy
No
the
doubt.
Gordonsville World Famous Chicken Festival.
Great, thank you very much, Craig.
All right,
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks. Continuing our tour of the Gordonsville Chicken Festival, I am here at the Bold Rock Hard Cider tent. This is a proud Virginia hard cider company from out, about 25 miles or so west of Charlottesville? All righty, I'm here with Dylan and Seth. Gentlemen, tell us about this absolutely refreshingly cool looking cider you guys have.
Yes, sir. This is Bold Rock Hard Cider. We're out in Nellysford, Virginia. We only use local apples. Most of them come from Carter's Mountain, every once in a while from Winchester, but only local products. Today we're sampling and selling 4 of our products. We have our pear cider, which is a nice blend of pear and Granny Smith apples. Then we do have our Granny Smith apple, which is our Virginia apple. That's a nice blend, really crisp, really easy. And then we have Virginia Draft, which is a blend of red apples. It goes down really smooth, nice and mellow. All 3 are 4.7% alcohol. All of our products are gluten-free and no high fructose corn syrup, so it is a little bit of a healthier alternative. And then last we have our Crimson Ridge series, which is a little higher ABV at 6.9. It's more of an apple champagne, a nice bubble, effervescent, and just really good and easy drink.
Tell you what, I've seen a lot of people sipping on these out here today, and actually ran across a couple of folks that had a whole 6-pack, and they were just raving about it. And of course, you know, the bottle was frosty, and it just looked absolutely delicious. So how long have you guys been in business around here, and what kind of distributing area do you guys work with?
So this June will be 3 years. We're in Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Maryland, D.C., and Pennsylvania, and just starting up in Tennessee. But Virginia's been our home. But actually, as you notice, our products are Virginia Apple and Virginia Draft. We've just built a cidery in Asheville, North Carolina, and we're going to be using apples out of Henderson. So it'll be Carolina Apple and Carolina Draft. So it'll be local in a couple of states.
Yeah. All right. Seth, Dylan, appreciate it very much.
Hey, man.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy yourself. Come on
thank
back
you.
if you want a nice cold drink.
Yeah, definitely, will do. Y'all have a good one.
Absolutely.
We're here with Vincent and Stephanie, who happens to be busy frying chicken right now, of Home Fried Catering. Vincent and Stephanie are the reigning fried chicken champs here in Gordonsville. And so he's got some competition, we hear. In fact, we talked to one of your competition, Craig, and Craig told us to let you know that he hears that you have the second best chicken here today.
Well, tell Craig that pigs can't fly. He's the barbecue expert. But it's a throwdown or the Iron Chefs, whatever you want to call it. But Craig's a good man.
Yeah,
great
yeah.
for the community.
Yeah, it is
great for Gordonsville.
Great. Well, I'll tell you, Vince, tell us about your chicken. How long have you been cooking it? And basically how you came about to be the fried chicken champion of Gordonsville. Because that's
well,
there's a
that
lot
was
of good chicken cooks out here today.
Yeah, exactly. It was Stephanie's brainchild, actually. So
nice.
we kind of backed in. Her family has been cooking. Her mother worked at Woodbury Forest School here in Orange for 40 years cooking. She's been cooking all her life. So something, you know, we have day jobs, but this is what we do, you know, on our part-time. So, and she enjoys it. So, you know, we enjoy cooking chicken. We've had this business about 6 years.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
And third year for the chicken festival. We had 2 years in a row, and
nice.
We came out victorious for 2 years.
Nice.
Unfortunately.
Well, I'm looking forward to trying it. I know that we've talked to a few people that have been eating it, and they absolutely love it. So.
That's great.
And it
That's
looks
great.
absolutely appetizingly delicious.
It is
I'll
very
tell you
good.
that.
It's very good.
Well, Vince, you and Steph are such good chicken cooks. A lot of folks at home, we're not real comfortable frying chicken. What do you think? What kind of tips can you tell us to improve our fried chicken at home?
Well, basically, I'll tell you, people might know this, might not, but I really cook my chicken down on 335.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit slow. Low and slow. You know, batter it first. Make sure it's room. You know, bring your chicken out, get it room temperature. Dry batter. We have a dry batter with some secret recipe here. Some authentic Gordonsville famous fried chicken recipe.
Nice.
We beat a lot of bushes to get that recipe.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so what kind of? Give us an example of some of the ingredients that are in the. I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you. I'm trying to talk about it as secret here.
Good try.
It ain't gonna happen, is it?
It's like a little dog on Bush's beans. I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm definitely looking forward to trying it.
We'll definitely feed you.
Oh, well, I appreciate it.
See, I haven't missed many meals myself.
Yeah.
You know,
I haven't either.
Never trust a skinny cook.
I agree with that 100%. That's a fact. All right, Vince, thank you very much.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, thank you for letting us
Appreciate
take the
your
time to talk to us.
All right.
Well, my name's John Nichols, and I'm here at the Gordonsville Fried Chicken Festival, and I'm tasting chicken, and it's a competition and the pies, and we're just, right now we're getting ready to taste the fruit pies, and for me, I guess I look for consistency in the texture and the sweetness, and not too sweet, not too bitter, especially when it comes to apples, because that's what we're getting ready to taste. I love sweet apples and not bitter, so that's what I'm looking for.
I don't know what we're going to say after that one right there. Apparently you watch the Food Channel a lot too.
I've never watched it.
My name's Sean Bellis. I'm here at the Gordonsville Fried Chicken Festival. We are doing a pie tasting contest right now. We're getting ready to taste the fruit pies. I generally look for pies that take me back to my childhood with my grandmother and mothers and everyone that baked, and just the wholesome homemade difference between a store-bought pie and a pie that had that time and love put in it.
You just won the award. That's making prime time right there, man.
I'm Tim Murphy here at the Gordonsville Fried Chicken Festival. I came to assist them with the pie judging. The biggest thing I'm looking for is originality, something that is obvious, took a lot of time and care to put together, tastes good.
I'm here with Sam Darling. Besides absolutely delicious fried chicken, and besides the chicken cook-off, there's also a pie cook-off. And Sam has entered all 3 pie cooking categories. And I can tell you, it's hard for me because to just sit here and look down at this pie knowing that I'm not going to be able to get any. But no. Sam, tell us about your pies because they look absolutely delicious.
Thank you so much. So yeah, in addition to doing the chicken festival and having the chicken contest, they let us also compete in a pie contest. So I own a bed and breakfast in town, so when they said pie contest, I was sitting here going, all right. And the 3 categories, we have fruit and custard and cream. And I just decided to be a little creative with all the 3 categories. So my fruit is a pear and apple with rosemary and a cheddar crust. So a little bit of a savory twist. I don't know what the judges thought of it though. And then my custard is a lemon custard with a coconut crust, and because I needed something a little bit sweet, there is a blueberry and strawberry compote on top, and then because it was lemon, I had to put some candied lemon peels. You didn't get one on this one though, I'm sorry. And then my cream is a coconut chocolate cream with rum. There's some rum in there.
Wow.
And on top are definitely some Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies.
Wow. That sounds absolutely delicious.
I hope we did well. Yes, sir. I already had the fork
I'll
ready.
just try this one right there.
Which one?
Which one you recommend?
The rum one.
You think so?
That's my winner.
All right, I'll just take one bite. I won't ruin it for anybody else. Now, while I'm taking this bite, I understand you have a cast on your arm. Is that one of the hazards of pie cooking?
It is. You should have seen me yesterday. No. I fell, unfortunately, but all these pies I did with my arm broken.
Well, I'll tell you, it doesn't show on the pie. That pie is delicious. Let me tell you something. If that pie were an earthquake, it would be a 10 on the Richter scale. All right?
Thank you.
It's, if it were a hurricane, it would be a category 5. All right? My toes are curling right now. And as you can see, I'm not exactly the kind of person that ought to be brought close to a pie. But anyway, Sam, it's absolutely delicious. Thank you so much. Good luck in the contest, and take care of your arm.
I will. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Adrienne Brown of Shea Sensational Goods. I make homemade soaps, all made from shea butter and coconut oil, and all natural soaps and oils that are good and for your skin. I also make these little lotions here that's been selling very well today. We make oils and also sugar scrubs. Also, my sons are here helping me today making the pork rinds, which have been a real hit today. This is Nathan right here, and that's my son Joel. They cook them here fresh on the spot, and they've almost sold out. And we've had a good day today.
Enjoy that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Shannon Horton from Horton Vineyards, and we are out here on this lovely afternoon at the Gordonsville Fried Chicken Festival. And we have brought 10 of our various wines today. We brought a couple of dries, some sweets, some semi-dries, and some dessert wines. For more information about Horton Cellars, please visit our website at www.hvwine.com.
It was right here, near the train tracks out here in Gordonsville, back between 1840 or so and somewhere around the late 20s, 1930s. This was a bustling train station that most trains that were coming through Virginia, they would stop right here. And out here in this area right here is where the famous Gordonsville chicken vendors defied all odds. As one author put it, they were renegade capitalists, because first they were living in a world in Virginia, that a slave-holding state. They were African American and they were women, but somehow their product and their hard work paid off, and they thrived. And all over the country, people knew Gordonsville as the place where you could get delicious fried chicken. What's great about this festival is Gordonsville is not letting that legacy and that history die. And so today we celebrated these ladies and their delicious fried chicken at this festival. So until next time, I'm Joe Haynes, and we'll see you again. From about the 1840s to the first few decades of the 20th century, Gordonsville, Virginia was the junction of the Orange and Alexandria and Chesapeake and Ohio railroads. In those days, tired and hungry train passengers endured long, hot days with cinders, smoke, and dust from the locomotive, their constant travel companions. When trains stopped at Gordonsville, weary travelers were greeted by a swarm of young and old of both sexes, carrying large trays filled with refreshing drinks and foods such as cakes, pies and eggs, strawberries and cream, tea, coffee, Virginia ham, and of course, delicious fried chicken. Travelers would remember the delicious fried chicken they had at Gordonsville, and they'd spread the word all over the country, and soon Gordonsville was regarded as the fried chicken capital of the universe. In 1899, George Carlton of Atlanta commented, "I have dined in many restaurants and with many people, and at some dinners that still live in my memory on account of their gastronomic excellence. But the memory of the best dish of the best cook which I ever partook of will now have to give up the place of honor to a piece of fried chicken served on a tray at a little junctional station in Virginia." Through times of Civil War, Reconstruction, carpetbaggers, and Jim Crow laws, a handful of resourceful and business-savvy African-American women defied the odds. Through talent, cunning, and hard work, women such as Elsie and Mamie Swift, Mary Bowles, Bella Winston, Isabel Winston, and Mrs. Walker made a lasting legacy cooking their nationally famous fried chicken and serving it to thankful customers at a little junctional station here in Gordonsville, Virginia. And that lasting legacy is still celebrated to this day. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Joe Haynes.